Next question.
Yeah.
From R.A. Ingram, a.k.a. Bando Style Rizian, a.k.a. Slick Fury. They write, and what... I was waiting for Ben's late-ass response. He said no.
It was more of a, not a no.
Okay, not a no, but
yeah, okay.
Not quite a ringing endorsement there. In what context would you call Batman to save you instead of calling any other hero with powers?
Uh-oh. I think I'm too quiet right now.
Can I may I have the
that's why. Yeah, go ahead with the Batman in the back piece right there. I see you.
Yeah, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I promise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't.
Jeff.
Let me cover your eyes for a second. So there's a reason why this question came about.
What's the reason?
I witnessed in the year of our Lord 2018 on Jack Dorsey's Twitter, quite possibly the worst superhero take.
No way.
I've ever seen. And I'm going to tell you how bad this take was. I was in the barbershop today and someone said Deadpool is the strongest MCU character. He's the strongest character in Marvel. All of Marvel.
Ooh, that's a hot one.
That's not even as bad as what I saw. Because I can laugh it off. And he was dead ass. He was dead ass with like a slight question mark. Like, earnestly. It was worse than that. The gist of the argument was that if you had to call Spider-Man, Iron Man, or Batman to save your child, who would you call? And this user's response was Batman because, and I quote, Spider-Man's not a hero and he doesn't have a hero's heart. So, I don't know what really constitutes a hero's heart anymore. Maybe if you get powers and you fail to stop a robber who ends up killing your uncle, and you find out when you go to stop said robber, and you dedicate your life to saving everybody. Maybe that's being a coward in some people's minds. I don't know. Or we could talk about how you would trust your child in the hand of a man, a billionaire who dresses up as a bat instead of helping the community with said billions, employs children, let a man dressed in light Fenty makeup kill one of these children. Ask Jason Todd if Batman should be saving children before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I would want to say.
What the F is a hero's heart?
It's probably their MySpace page.
Oh my God.
Maybe that was their name on MySpace. I don't know. And let me also say, when I responded to this tweet, I got blocked in the quickest time possible. I felt like I was a bot. I thought I was a bot the way I got blocked, but you put out a trash take, you get it answered or whatever. But I like, you got to understand, I was beside myself. And if you read Spider-Man number 801, which is Dan Slott's last Spider-Man, I read this. I hadn't read it. I had the comic and I didn't read it until like after all of this happened. Yo, it touched my heart and then it got me mad and I was reacting all over again because that book, I felt like he read it. He saw this tweet in the future and he wrote that book and said, "Oh, I'm going to show you what a hero's heart is about." Oh my God. But
to answer the question, never in the history of ever
yes,
would I call Batman over anybody else.
You can't even call him. You got to put up a light.
You can't even call the ninja.
He don't work days.
Batman don't answer house calls. He just show up.
He sent you to Justice League voicemail. You get Green Arrow when you call Batman.
And he not coming to the hood anyway, so he ain't coming.
I mean, unless there's thugs to beat up.
No, my God.
I told you I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I'm sorry. I didn't even want to do it.
That poor Batman.
Did not want like, yo, look at how he's looking at me. I didn't want to do it. Like, and you know what's the funniest thing? Because you know the DC stands, they come with their pitchforks and they're screaming at clouds. Batman's my favorite DC character, like by far. Like, this is my man. And that's just like I said. All I said was, if you're going to look for Batman to save your child, it's going to take him 20 pages of internal monologues, studying forensic evidence, and prep time before you see him. And God forbid it's Detective Comics. You're going to get your child in like issue 4 or 5. In the 5-issue arc, you're going to get him by issue 4. So you're going to have to wait about 4 months.
I would call Bizarro before I call Batman.
Wow. Speaking of hot takes, I saw somebody say that Batman could beat Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet.
No, can we stop with the dumb shit? Come on, man.
They're just trying to get you to react at that point. Like this one.
Let's not just stop.
So please. I have an answer to the question of when would I call Batman? If I had a family member that was murdered and we needed to find out who, Batman's my first choice. Without powers, because I know he's the world's greatest detective. So I know if I need to find out the answer to something, yeah, that's when I'm calling Batman. That is exactly what 10 times out of 10 I'm calling Batman because he lives for that.
If I need to find somebody named Martha, I'm calling Batman.
If my parents ever got killed in like a really crazy ass way, I'd call Batman so I could join up with him as being Ned's Robin.
If I needed revenge, Batman, Penguin just you just gotta tell Batman he did something to the city, and Batman is going off. Like he will hunt him down. Like Batman was Liam Neeson before Liam Neeson, but his family is Gotham, the city. Like I would definitely call him. But yeah, man, like if it comes to like forensics or anything like that, or detective work, or if the Riddler is doing anything by me, oh, I'm not calling no one else but Batman. Because Batman's lifetime career percentage of solving the Riddler's riddles is probably like the highest of any person ever in this life. Like Batman is who you play Taboo with. Get Batman on your team for Taboo, you never lost. Never lost.
Wow.
All right.
Do you want another Glock question?
Why not? One last.
It's extra, right?
I'll let you pick it then.
Oh, thank you very much for that. And we have... Actually, no, I don't think we have anything else tonight.
That's why I let you look at it. So.
Ooh, man, sometimes y'all got some questions for us. As always, make sure you send them in to contact@fanbros.com, or you can hit us on the Twitter @fanbrosshow. And with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to wrap this up.